Hello everyone. So welcome to Tea with Ravi and Tea with Sparks. Today in this session we will go through some of the recent updates from the Atlassian ecosystem. And this week I have some updates that I found on the Atlassian community, and these updates are gathered by our team. So if you want to stay in touch with these updates from the Atlassian ecosystem, then please subscribe. Now, the first update I have for you, in fact, today I have few updates that are actually related to JSM. The first update is about the reporting when it comes to JSM operations. So, JSM operations in your instance is getting an update, and I noticed this video, which is interesting because in this video I was able to see that Gargi Banerjee from the Atlassian team has shared what these new reports can do. So basically these reports are now configurable instead of just static reports. So if you want to have these reports where you want to do some customizations, or maybe you want to add some filters on, or use some filters to create these reports. So this is something that I believe the premium version and enterprise version will get. It also says here, I think there is a comment that this report will be available as per the current offering, notifications for standard. Okay, so it is, I believe, for standard as well. So this is good. And I think these reports will definitely help people who are using operations. Now, to be honest, when it comes to Jira, the native reporting capability is of course decent, but it is not good enough for many. And I think having improvements where people can create their own custom reports, and especially dynamic reports, I think this will definitely help. And yeah, this is really appreciated. So it comes with, I believe these reports will come with some templates to get you started, but I believe you can also create your own reports. So I will wait for some time for this to come. I tried on my Jira instance. I don't really think I have it, but I have already signed up. So there is a link here. If you click on the link, JSM operations feedback, you can I think you can give your feedback, and you will then be able to, I believe, get some updates maybe from Atlassian directly. So let us see how it goes. I will of course keep you up to date. JSM is of course very close to what I do. I have done a lot of JSM implementations, and when it comes to JSM, it is definitely a bit lacking, to be honest, when it comes to reporting. So yeah, this is something that we all are looking for, of course, natively. The second update is actually really interesting, and again, I'm very happy about this. So this update is from Grusha Bhalla from Atlassian team, and it says new ChatOps automations for faster incident response. Now, of course, I know on this particular video sessions post or podcast, if you are listening to this, there is a link, and you can find all those links. Don't worry about it. And I will not really go into each and every detail of this update, but the whole idea here is that if you have your Jira service management incidents linked to Slacks or Teams, you will now get some improvements here. So basically these improvements are things like automatically archiving your Slack channels. If you have a Slack channel which was opened from an incident, and it says that automatic add responder teams to incident chat channels, and it is actually applicable for both Slack and Teams. Enhanced incident summary card in Slack. So when you get a summary of your ticket that was raised, I believe it will have a bit more information, and automatically set the topic of incident Slack channel with automation. Okay, this is interesting. Proactive A1 or no, not even AI incident summaries when joining Slack channels. Okay, so basically these updates will, the whole idea here is to make sure that your teams who are on Slack or Teams are able to work effectively on tickets and incidents. And in this particular post, the each and every point is elaborated a bit more in detail. So automatically archive inactive Slack channels. This one is definitely obvious, because from time to time you want to close those old channels that are no longer relevant. And by the way, if you want to enable these features, you need to go to space settings, and then you need to go to the incident management section. You will find one Slack section. I think you should have it on your premium plan, if I remember correctly. So do take a look, because it is not there on standard plan. Then the same thing for responder team. Similarly for enhanced incident summary card, and also automatically set the topic of the Slack channel. And by the way, these things are not massively, these are new for Jira and Slack using basically inbuilt functionality, but we have been doing these things for some time now. In case you don't know, these things can also be done using Workato. Workato is a middleware, and Workato can do a lot of these integrations, basically doing things in Slack, and based on, of course, events from Jira. So this is something, of course, as a company, as an Atlassian consultancy company, especially Atlassian independent company, we have been doing these things for many years. So do reach out to us in case you are struggling with your JSM or Jira in general, and especially if you're trying to connect other tools. Integration automation is actually one of our specialty. So okay, but now this is, of course, not each and everything, but in bits and pieces, these things are native to Jira Service Management. The next update I have is about, again, JSM operations. This is basically the on-call policy. So basically, the on-call and escalation policies are now getting few more updates. So basically, these updates are just additional things so that you can effectively work with your team, and if it will definitely help you. To be honest, personally, I've worked on a few JSM operations, Opgenie implementations. These are not really like great, but these are not bad. And I think Atlassian is trying to, of course, bring things within Jira or Jira Service Management. So you install Jira Service Management, or you start using Jira Service Management, and you basically get these features where you can have alerts to your teams, and you can decide who will be doing what. And these escalation policies are basically all about the ability for the tool to assign tickets to people who are available. Usually teams who are doing support, like we do support, we always have some kind of written or unwritten or some kind of a agreement where if things go wrong, we jump to it. We also take care of Jira instances, and if something goes wrong, we have to log into the server and take a look. Of course, on Jira Cloud, it's a bit different, but the whole idea here is that you are basically making sure that someone is there to support your applications when things go wrong. So yeah, I think these improvements will definitely help. Okay, so let us move on. So yeah, I know a lot of updates related to JSM and operations, but yeah, JSM is a popular tool. The other update is basically this upcoming event. It's a virtual event in Jaipur, and this event is about Loom for tech teams. I have tried and just touched upon few things on Loom, but I have not really seen like a big implementation or companies using Loom like for everything. So this is something that I will try to keep an eye on. This session is virtual, so there is no harm in joining from wherever you want. You don't really have to travel. I will also try to join. So in this particular session, I think Anambika Soni will cover things like why async video matters, how Loom integrates with Jira, Confluence, and JSM. In fact, we looked at one video, no, not video, it was basically when I was trying to show you some automation rule. I think you can do things with Loom as well in Confluence. Okay, real world workflows, bug reporting, updates, and incident communication, best practices for recording clear, actionable Looms, live demo where Loom's new bug reporting functionality will be discussed or shown, Q&A and practical tips. Okay, so this is interesting, and I like that. So I'll definitely keep an eye on this topic. I will try to join, and yeah, this is something that I believe you all should definitely try to attend. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about is this blog post, which is basically based on one tech update video. In case you don't know, on my Ravi Sagar channel, we have recently started making regular tech update videos. So basically, we cover things that are not always related to Jira. So if you go to my website, you will notice these updates: tech capsule. Basically, we are now on a regular basis, almost daily, if not daily. We are basically trying to share updates from the tech industry. Our focus is slightly, of course, on AI, but we also want to, make sure and cover Jira and Atlassian tools. But in case you're interested in staying on top of latest updates, happenings from the tech industry, this blog post, and of course, the tech updates, tech capsule that we create will help you. So go through this blog post, and you can learn about the OpenClaw and Anthropic deal with CoreWeave, and we also discussed one use case where one store actually hired AI supervisor, and that supervisor was actually hiring people. So this is really, really interesting. I mean, of course, this blog post will give you, few more details, but yeah, go through the blog post. The next update is about this video, which I made, I believe, recently, last week. And this blog post is all about me sharing what kind of Forge apps you can create. Now, this is something that is actually important, because in case you're trying to learn Forge, in case you're trying to build something with Forge, maybe you're a Jira admin, you're trying to explore what Forge can do for you, whether you should jump into Forge or not, and most importantly, what are the possibilities, like what kind of apps you can create with Forge. And especially if you're someone who is actually coming from a script runner background, and you're trying to check the possibilities and evaluate cloud, whether you should go deeper into it, I highly recommend each and every Jira admin in 2026 to start developing on Forge. In case you are, of course, from a technical background. In case you don't have the technical background, it's okay. Don't worry too much about it. You can still learn a lot, right? So I thought I'll share this. So this video will help. And finally, I want to talk about the paid one-to-one calls with me. Now, people reach out to me all the time, which is great, and I love that. But I, of course, have to run a company. I'm usually very busy. In fact, I have to work 7 days a week. And fortunately, I have been able to build a company which is now not too big, but it is also not a small not a very small company. We are right now 15 people. So again, I'm not alone. I work with a team, and we provide consultation to our clients. We also develop Forge apps. We do almost anything that is possible with Atlassian tools. But the thing is that sometimes companies and individuals, they need some help. And that help is maybe just a question, or maybe they just need some directions. Maybe you're a Jira admin and you're not really sure about a particular thing, and it could be something to do with Jira. Maybe you want to just get some clarity. Or maybe you are a company, you're trying to maybe get some ad hoc consultancy. So basically, if you need any help with Jira, if you need any ad hoc consultancy, or you just want to talk to me, of course, it's a paid consultation call. So, I of course want to make sure that my time, because I know my time is valuable, I want to offer paid calls. So I am now offering either a 30-minute paid call or a 60-minute paid call, which is for 30-minute paid call, it's $50. For 60 minutes paid call, it's $100. You can click on this button if you go to this website or my website, ravisagar.in/paid-call. So you can simply find some time on my calendar and then you can book the time. If you want to talk to me for free, if you just want to talk to me for something, you can of course do it. I do open few slots every week for 15 minutes, and you can definitely do that. So there is a link here to talk to me for 15 minutes. So I encourage you to reach out to me in case you're willing to pay me, in case you think I can help you, which I think I can. So please go ahead and book. And before you book, just keep in mind that don't really expect me doing solutioning for you. It's not like I will do the actual work for you, or I will write a script for you in 30 minutes or 1 hour. Basically, the whole idea here is that you can talk to me. I will give you pointers. I will give you directions. I will give you my consultation. That is what consultants do. So it's a consultation call. But before you book a call or after you book a call, if you can also raise a ticket here, by the way, to share more details, like what you want to talk about, that will help me and also help you, because I can then go through your questions before the call. So I thought, I'll mention this in this session. And yeah, that is it. I hope you found this video, this session, this podcast useful, and you also learned something new today. Thank you very much. Bye bye.